Okay, so find the area of the shaded figure. So this shaded figure, assume that all angles that appear to right angles are right angles. Okay, here's one of the tricks, which if you don't notice it, let me point it out. This, see this mark right there? This mark right there and this mark, they're saying those are all the same. That's what they're saying. So, so therefore we know this is 26 and this one's also 26. That's what they mean when they put those single marks. They're saying those are all the same. Those are all 26. Okay, so why does that matter? Well, that matters because now we can come in here and do a right triangle like this. Do a little right triangle. And we can call this part like A or whatever you want to call it X or whatever. And then this will be B and this will be C. You see what I'm doing? I'm going to do a right triangle. A squared plus B squared is C squared. Remember, whenever we have a right triangle, we can do A squared plus B squared is C squared. So A squared plus 10 squared, right? B is 10. It equals C squared, which is C is 26. Remember, C is always the longest side. It's the side across from the right angle. It's called the hypotenuse. And it's got to be the one alone, right? Because it's the biggest one. The other two squared add up to be it. So then we get A squared plus 100 equals, and then what is 26 squared? 676. So then we can solve for A. Subtract 100 from both of those. So bring this down. A squared is 576, and then root it. And so A will be 26. Oh, wow, that's funny. No, that can't be. No, it's not right at all. I hit the wrong buttons on my calculator. Try again. Here we go, 24. That's crazy, can't be the same, it's not. All right, 24. So A is 24. So we did a little right triangle over there, little right triangle, and we know this is 26. We know the three edges, bottom, right, and left, are 26 because they gave us single marks telling us they're all the same. Then I did a right triangle over here, found A is 24. Now I can find all the areas. How so? Because that's what they want. They want the total area. So I can find the middle. First off, how do you find the middle? It's a rectangle in the total area. The total area will be the rectangle in the, it's going to be the middle rectangle plus 2 triangles, right? We also, we have these 2 triangles. So to find the total area, we've got to take the middle rectangle and add the 2 triangles to it. So what's the middle rectangle? So the rectangle, remember, that's just length times width. So that's going to be 24 times 26. It's just one side times the other. To find the area of a rectangle, it's just one side times the other, length times width. And I'm getting 624. So this is 624 for his area. And then the 2 triangles is going to be 2 times a half base height. Remember, the area of a triangle is a half base height. So that's going to be 2 times a half. And what's the base and height? The base is 10. The height is the 24. Or you can, if it's easier, here, I can do it right over here. Since we've already got B is 10 and height is 24. Same thing, either side. This is base is 10. Height is 24. Base and height are 90 degrees to each other. So 24 is the height. So base 10, height 24. So base 10, height 24. So 2 triangles is 2 times a half base height, because that's the area of a triangle. 2 times a half times 10 times 24, because that's the base and the height. And that comes out 240 on your calculator. So that means 240 is these 2 guys both together together both equal 240. So then the total area, total shaded area, I should say, total shaded area is going to be the rectangle plus the two triangles, which is 624 plus 240, which equals, what's that going to be? 864. So 864. So there we go. So how did we do that again then? Let's recap. So what we did is we had to start with this little right triangle over here. We knew this was 10, and we knew these guys were all 26 because they gave us the single marks, which means they're all the same. So this is 26, this is 10, did the right triangle, a squared plus b squared is c squared, found the missing side right here to be 24. And then that was super helpful. Then to find the total area, I had to take the rectangle in the middle and add the two triangles. The rectangle in the middle, rectangle is just one side times the other, length times width. So I just took 24 times 26 to find that rectangle, which was 624. And then the triangles, the triangle areas, this triangle is a half base times height. So we have two of those, two triangles, one on the right, one on the left, two half base times height. The base and height are 10 and 24 because they have to be at 90 degrees to each other. So there it is. That came out 240. Add those up. 864, the total area, the total shaded area. There we go.